Howdy, folks. Alright, so Monster Horde is back. Now, the first time I think all of us were kind of trying to navigate it and figure things out, so we have a bit of an understanding now, and I thought I'd go over this and just kind of walk through. This is a refresher for me too, which is good. This is the first time I've had a chance to actually do this because I've had a very, very busy day today. So you get this energy. So that is required to basically open up the map. So this is a treasure hunt. This is a huge map that we're looking at. And what you're doing is you want to open these. So it costs 25 to move to the next square. And this one would cost 27 because I have to go around this square. So you have to be careful how you kind of use your energy, because now I'm down to 473. So you kind of want to move about it when you're opening the map as cheaply as possible, for one thing. And you also got to keep in mind if you're fighting the hordes and that, so you can go into an examine mode here. So when you're in examine mode, you can basically move around the whole thing and not have to worry about double clicking to use energy by accident. See, I just clicked there. That would have made me use energy if I wasn't in exam mode. And you can kind of see we're working on a green apex monster here. Now, before I get into that too much, how about we read up on what the event actually is. So let's do this first. So there's our map. This is what we've got opened up. The dark areas are the ones that aren't opened up. So there's a couple of pockets where we've kind of gone around and not opened up sort of in the middle, because you can see here that's kind of a pocket where there's a bunch around it opened up. And then that's the edge of the map there. Reaper's quite a ways up there. And then you can see it moving the cursor there at the top on the map. And we got a bunch of dark here in this corner as well. This looks pretty similar to what we had done last time. It was basically the edges that didn't get done, which is, it's not a big deal. And there, I'm way over in this corner here, the blue. All right, so can you click on and see what the reds are though? Like, all right, so the red is the apex monsters. So if I move a little bit to find a green, that would be treasure chest. All right, that we've revealed there. What's the yellow down here? All right, so relic chest. We don't have any keys right now, unfortunately. So treasure chest, you want to open up though, because that's responsible for your loot at the end. And your relic chest is what give you extra buffs throughout the event. We've opened a couple of them up. We got 10% attack, 5% healing. 10% attack is pretty good. That's cool. So, and blue is me, so that covers all the different colors there. Alright, so what's the red down here? Is that another apex? Yeah. And I think most of the hordes have been taken out, because I don't see too many hordes. That's another relic chest there. Alright, so you can kind of explore with the different options in your upper left-hand corner here, which is cool. Alright, I'll go back there now and click that off. And I click that off, and then you're out of examine mode. Now let's go to all our event info here before I get into more details. So the goal of Monster Island is to earn points for your alliance. This is done by exploring the island. Not really. It's actually defeating the enemies. So your apex predators, I keep calling them predators, but they're monsters. and your hordes. So the hordes are just like the zombie special ops that they run once a month, where all the zombies sort of slide into the screen all at once, and you gotta fight all the Lindsays and all the whatever through, what is it, 5 or 6 different stages. So same idea. It's different monsters sliding into the screen, and you just keep on, it's 20 at a time, and you just keep on wailing on them till you get rid of them. And 20 at a time and 80. So 4 different, you could keep playing it back to back to back and take care of the whole horde yourself. Or you could get it off the horde and go to an apex predator after, or you could open up more of the map. Those are the 3 basic things that you're doing. Is you got to open up the map first and find some of these monsters and apexes, hordes and apexes, and then the team can start attacking them. So I'm sure every alliance is different. We kind of have some of the people that wait for cleanup because they don't have the variety of heroes yet built up. They're opening up the map for us, and our bigger hitters are going after the apex predators, and then, you know, like everybody can join in a horde. The horde's pretty basic. And when you defeat these hordes and the apex predators, you'll get keys to open up your treasure chests. So you use them to open up the treasure chests and relic chests hidden in the island. Apex monsters and some hordes on the island will drop the keys once they're defeated. So once you have a little bit open up and you kind of know where some of the monsters are, then you want to start attacking them because of these keys that you need. And this was a good change because last time the person who found the key had to keep the key, or you had to wait for them if they went offline for a while before you could get a chest open again. So this time that was kind of a silly and not thought out. This time they've made all the keys that are collected available to the whole alliance. So if someone's on one half of the map, like say I'm here, but you've got the treasure chest way over here, and yeah, I can't click on it now. There's one. Well, this is so if there's somebody close to here, they could use only a couple of energy, and it wouldn't take me going across the whole bloody map and taking a bunch of energy to get it open. So there definitely does require a lot of communication within the alliance, which is cool. It gets everybody talking. And you can kind of coordinate stuff like that. So the communication and coordinating is gonna go a lot to where your alliance score is gonna end up in the end. So we were thrown into the hard tier. I don't know why it's tiered out this way, but because there's some pretty strong teams. Oh, it doesn't seem that way as bad as last time, because there were some pretty strong teams right across easy, medium, and hard, and that was just silly. Yeah, so this looks a bit better than it was last time. See, there's some fairly leveled up players in there. But you saw top alliances in the easy category last time too, so it looks like they kind of may have fixed that. So and there's 21 in this one, and these guys were given the medium category, and there was 22 in that other alliance, and they were given easy. So we're at 28, not a big deal. We're in the top 100. It doesn't really surprise me that we're in hard. Both my alliances are. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, they can't tier it out too much, really, because then it's just not going to be challenging to go up against other alliances. So I'm glad to see that that's a little bit better than last time, though. It was really, really silly Okay, so let's go back to where I am. There we go. So that's just another thing to think about that we've noticed is with the keys being shared among all the alliance members like it should have been, you can kind of coordinate that and not waste energy, because you can waste a heck of a lot of energy in this game, unfortunately. Okay, so when the event timer runs out, the alliance will receive rewards based on the amount of chests open and the alliance score rank in the leaderboard. Fair enough. Alliances are assigned an event difficulty based on their war machine performance, which baloney last time. Although I suppose there's going to be some alliances that are going to try and tone it down before this event happens, and they might be maybe on 12s, and they're going to try and just skip a bunch so they roll it back to like 5 or 6s and get into the easy category. So unfortunately, this might be a way that some alliances can kind of cheat as well, which isn't really a good thing. I think that it should be based maybe on an alliance, their total alliance score. That way it's not based only on that one thing. Maybe something they should think about doing. Then it's going to be based on cups, which you can cup drop, but it's then you can war machine drop. But are you going to sit and lose all these wars to roll yourself back to easy? Probably not. Most alliances are pretty war driven. It's one of the most fun aspects of the game, so I don't know. I think that should be based on a total alliance score, but it is what it is for now. Who knows? They may change that in the future. So each difficulty has a different leaderboard, and the value of the rewards from chests and rank increase with higher difficulties. So yeah, fair enough. That's usually how it goes too. Damage received by your heroes. So this is something to think about, because this is a pain in the butt. In my main account, I've been using Sir Toilet Paper. Casimir has been really awesome for this because he's an armor hero. So your heroes are going to receive 20% of the damage to their health. If you take energy drinks and take in Casimir, Bridget, Subatoy, all these other armor heroes. You could even use Haruto. I know he only covers 2, but if you had 2 Harutos that you took in as flanks, charged them up with energy drinks, and they could hit too at the same time. That's an interesting use. But yeah, so you want your armor heroes in there to protect the health, and then that 20% of damage won't be received. So unfortunately, my Sir Toilet Paper has taken some damage, and he's about half health now. But I'm still, I've used him every single time I went in to do something in my main accounts, just considering that's 1,500 energy so far, and he's being down to half health. Yeah, I can see that, but using a lot of energy drinks, and that's okay. I did a bunch up before the event started, so that damage is permanent though, and even when you use healing kits, it's gonna stop at where the bar is, and I'll show that in a few minutes. It can't be healed back, so it's just when a healer goes off or you use a healing kit on it, it's just gonna stop at that bar. Okay, so your campsite area. You can go and edit your team and refill your items there in the campsite area, so that's cool. It's a pretty simple concept there. It sucks that you have to use energy to get out of the campsite area again, though. I think there's a lot of wasted energies here, and some of the stuff is too much. Like the 25 to do each square, there's no reason why that should be 25. That should be lower. 20 at the most. So I don't think there's too many alliances that can probably get the total of the map opened up. There might be a few that are really, really coordinated. We have players from all over the world though, so when this event started yesterday at 3 a.m., I happened to be up because I work shift work, but there's a lot of our alliances sleeping, so they're not going to be using their energy, and you can't coordinate anything initially when most of the alliance is sleeping and there's only literally like 5 of us on at that time. So it does get harder that way, though, which is kind of why I'm disappointed in some of the costs of some of this stuff. But anyway. All right, so you can only edit your team when you're in that campsite area, so you do have to go back to it quite a bit, especially if you're using war machine type of teams to attack each apex monster, which is what I'm doing. And then I want to go in to attack a horde. I might go there for a refill and change up my team at the same time to go and attack a horde, because hordes are several different colors, right? It's not like the apex monsters who are only a single color like the war machine is. So the apex monsters, powerful and have large amount of health. Yeah, I hate attacking the blue one. That freaky frog hits hard, man. Kind of like a blue war machine. So you just take turns at that until you get it down in health. Monster hordes. Defeat a certain amount of monsters completely. To completely defeat the horde, several attacks are needed. So it goes in 20, blocks of 20, and there's 80 in a horde. So you need 4 attacks to defeat the entire horde. So you could stay there and defeat the entire horde at once, and then the timer will start counting down to when they respawn. So it's probably easiest to get rid of the monster hordes first, because the apex, they take a little bit of coordinating like a war machine does, and everybody taking their turn to hit when they can, sort of thing. So there are many secret treasures to be found. Woot woot. Yeah, dinosaur bones, monster bones. I don't really see anything other than that. And the treasure chests, you'll get your loot at the end. So I thought the loot last time wasn't too bad. All right, so let's walk through a little bit more of this. Where do you want to go now? How about we go to the green, that apex monster that people were hitting on. If I can find it. Alright, so this is another thing. You can't do this in examine mode. Or if you're not in examine mode. See that tap that I did? It would have wanted me to come all the way over here, and it would have wasted all that energy. So you need to be in examine mode to be able to do this, to tap on it to see what color it is. So this is a red one. Brimstone Brute. And then you can read about it here. Rockfell Bash. 100% damage to all enemies. Minus 20 defense for 4 turns. That's brutal. Caster is immune to new status ailments for 4 turns. What the hell? Seriously? Huh. That's interesting. Alright, so you can find out what color it is. You can find out what team you have. And then you need to go back to the campsite. Which is definitely what I need to do. Are there any hordes up? I honestly don't think... We have a bunch of hordes and weirdos right now, but I use my energy there. Dang, I was hoping to show a horde. But they'll all look like apex predators. Apex. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one, I think. Yeah, because I'll go back to the campsite maybe and get a Megalocroco. Get a blue team going. 100% damage to all enemies. Minus 10 charge for 4 turns. And the caster gets 20% charge. Generation for 4 turns. Well, aren't you awfully nice to yourself? Okay. Let's go back to the campsite. And you can just go off of examine mode right where you are, and it'll still show me it over here. And then let's come back to the campsite now. Oh. I needed to go over one more. So you're only going to hop through the open spots. That's why you need as much of the map opened as you can to kind of get the most direct way back. Alright, so items refilled. And all I did there was tap on the hexagon. And now you see my items that I've been taking, and I've been relying mostly on these. So let's edit my team and we'll get... I think I could take a mono blue team probably. Oh, Hollow Pointless, you suck, but come on. Alright, let's try that. Oh, I want to take a look at my weapons. Yeah, that's okay. The weapons, where they are. Alright, now let's find that apex predator again. Okay. So it's going to cost 18 to come back to it. I like having the map up, actually. I know you can click it on and off, but you always know where you're at. You get a big picture with the map and can kind of wrap your head around it, right? So if you want to leave it up, you can. So that horde has an hour 42 on it there that I passed on the path. And then it'll respawn. Alright, so this is going to cost me 70. Oh, I must have attacked this earlier. I think I did with my last. Okay, so your initial attack only costs 10 energy, but it goes up every single time. So I'm at 70 for this one, but that's okay. This is what some of our bigger hitters are concentrating on anyway, are some of these bosses. Alright, so first... Bridget, where'd your health go, babe? And this board is shit, so this is awesome. Oh, at least I got a stun out of that. I didn't think I was gonna get any stuns. The way that was looking. Come on, give me some blue tiles. What's with all the red? Thank you, you cheap ass. Alright, so exactly like a War Machine hit, it's just the monster instead. See, they didn't touch the health there because they've got too much armor on them. So your armor heroes come into play big time, which is great to see because I know way back they didn't have as many uses, so that's really awesome actually. Ah! Didn't get any other hits in. Ah! Too quick. Alright, so that was a sucky ass board. Of course I only earned 16 damage of 16k. Jeepers. But that translated into 4,239 points. So we went up to over 205. 2.5. Over 55. Oh my god. You know what? It's 2 in the morning. I'm not even going to try to say that number. Okay. I'm going to do it again though. So your attacks. So I've had 5 on this one. And so the original 10 that it always costs to attack. And then plus 75 energy because this will be my 5th attack. And again, I'm going to go for some armor protection. This board sucks again. Forget you, game. Getting too old for this. RNGesus, you suck. Give me some blue tiles, man. Okay, so they've lost their armor, so I'm gonna buff that up again. Because I don't want them to take any more permanent damage than they have to. Attack up. God. Couldn't have suckier boards for me here. Alright, they all except for Banshee there in the middle had armor on them, so she took a bit of damage there, but now you see the gray bar, right? Once it's grayed out, it won't turn back to green. That's that permanent 20%. So that's why you want an armor hero to kind of bypass taking that permanent damage to your heroes. Especially if you got Blunderbutt or other... See, wow, okay, it's not worth the energy. When I'm getting that bad of boards, should maybe take in tactical resets. But if you got Blunderbutt and some other good combination of attack up heroes and some great mono 5-star teams or whatever, then you're going to want to protect that health, so it's worth it to take an armor hero in. That's why I keep taking Casimir in my main account. And I do have Blunderbutt, and unfortunately they got her already, so she's dead. She stays blacked out. You can't pick on her again to take her in, so that really sucks. So keep that in mind. The armor heroes really are good to have for this. Alright, so suppose I could do a bit more exploring. Yeah, I don't even know where to go. Bring my map back up. Alright. Oh. Oh, see? I gotta go all the way around there. So, I actually want to do this one. Wow. That's crazy. Let's go along the water here. Ah! Yay! A horde! Woohoo! Well, I'm not going to go back just to switch my team up. So that's one thing I do is if I just fought an Apex Predator, then I'll go into a horde afterwards, and then I'll maybe do some exploring with the same Apex team, because then I don't have to run back to the camp. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense or not, but I figure I've fought a lot with mono teams on this. Now you did see I was fighting a horde before I went back to the camp and traded up for the team I have now. I fought mostly hordes because we had mostly hordes up that we were looking at fighting before when I had my second set of energy. So that's kind of why I had that horde team on there. But generally speaking, I don't mind fighting the hordes with my War Machine team, so you can. Okay, so there's the original 10 when you go to attack. So 80 out of 80, monsters in wave is 20, so 4 times. Alright, so let's see what this mono blue team can do on this horde. The last time I used Subatoy a lot too in this account. Like, I was using the Subatoy Bridget combo. And that gave me a heck of a lot of armor too. So none of these tiles are going to do much damage until I hit some blue on some blues. So let's... Ooh, perfect. Whoop. Oh, they still all got armor? A little bit, except for Jack there. Well, let's put some more on. I'm not sure why it gives you 10 minutes to fight this. Like, I don't have a problem fighting the hordes. If you don't have strong enough teams built up yet, though, you can still take out a few of the monsters with them, and they will count. I do have a couple of teammates that don't have some teams built up that far yet, so they are having trouble taking out an entire horde all at once. And then, of course, if their hero gets hit and is dead, then they've lost it for the whole rest of the event, which kind of sucks. So this is another thing where having hero variety certainly comes into play, and depth. But we all get that in time, so. Ooh. That didn't cause much chaos, setting all that off at once. Boy, oh boy. Did you forget that there's blue tiles in this game? Wow. How many heroes are getting picked on? Hey, there's one. Wow, a second one. You're killing me, game. Such an awesome board if I had rainbow or red. Alright, we got him anyway though. So that's good. Okay, so that's like the zombies, right? Where it just slides in. They keep filling up the screen. So this is the same across the board. So I killed a fourth of it. 9780 points for the alliance. So you'll get 9780 every time. How much do I have left? 35. Okay, so I can attack again. And then I will move off of the spot. You do not want to leave yourself on this spot, and I'll show you why in a minute. Once you're done attacking, step off so your teammates can get at it, because it messes them up, unfortunately, because this is a bug that SG did not want to bother taking care of last time this event was up. Many of us reported it, and we got told it was a local issue when it's not. Nobody is here gaming with me. Like, my whole team, my entire team was experiencing this, and they're all here in my country, in my city, gaming with me directly on the same internet connection or something. It's not a local issue, guys. It's happening to people everywhere, all over the world. Like, what the heck? I just think that was just such a ridiculous answer that some of us were getting on that. But I do have a couple screenshots just to kind of show the issues. It basically boots you out of the game, and you lose connection, and you lose the energy because it soaks up your energy, which is just hugely frustrating. And to be told that it wasn't an issue by the developers is just nonsense. After this event hasn't been here again for about 6 weeks. Like, that's a long time they had to address the issue, and they wouldn't even listen to us, let alone address the issue. So if that type of thing is happening to you guys, please report it to support, because the more people from apparently all over the world, since it's a local issue, the more people that complain, the better off we are. And hopefully they will address it before they release this again in another month or a couple of months. This is what's supposed to run and when the mech event isn't running, so they've got a fair amount of time to address it and get it fixed. Boom, bitches. Bye. Okay. Now I'm gonna get off of here. So same thing. And we're at 2.1 million now, so some of my teammates are probably on earning some points in that too. Okay, so now you want to get off of here. I only have 10 energy left. That's not enough to do much. But you want off of this spot before you go offline, and it only costs 1 energy to move, so make sure you move. For your teammates, don't mess that up for them. And this is why. I'll show you here. People keep getting booted out. This is what happens, and then you log back in and you see that your energy's gone. So I've had it happen to me 3 times now. And it was a new horde, or supposed to be a new horde, in a respawn spot, but it wasn't there, even though it was showing on the map that it was. So I clicked on it, and then I lost 10 energy because it booted me out. I'm like, what the heck? So I hit OK and connected again, not thinking anything of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, the horde is there. I'll try it again. Nope, wasn't there. Okay, reconnected again. Wasn't there. Again. So then I shut out of the game completely. So if this happens, shut out of the game completely the first time so it clears. And then when you reconnect, it will update to the latest that the map says, and you won't have that issue. But yeah, so I lost 20 energy on that, I believe. And it wasn't until I completely shut out of the app that I went back there and I was on the horde spot, but the horde symbol and stuff no longer was there. It was just an empty green spot. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. It's the same damn bug as last time. Now, here's the other thing that can happen. If 2 of you are attacking at the same time. So here's another reason why communication becomes important again, is if a teammate's already on a horde and there's only 20 left, or maybe there's 40, maybe attack a different horde where a teammate isn't already attacking, because as you see at the bottom here, some points might have already been earned by other alliance members' concurrent attacks. So if there's only 20 on it and 2 of you go on it at the same time, like, yeah, you're gonna get it, but you both just wasted all that energy when one person could have done it, and you've kind of duplicated the work and wasted the energy at the same time, which is shitty. Honestly, there should be a way, there should be a stop measure in here where it gives notice that there's a teammate already attacking a low monster count. So I don't know. That's just kind of crappy. Or what, like I say, just stay on it until you've defeated it totally, which is what we're finding has been working, is, and then the horde's taken care of and the counter starts, right? So just thought I'd show you those things. Those are a couple of things that we've noticed. And alrighty, so I think that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, please ask, or if there's something that I missed that you know of, please mention it in the comments, because we're all trying to get this figured out. So I do think it's a neat concept. They need to definitely address some bugs, some major bugs too, because I had a teammate lose 100 energy today off of one of his blocks of energy. So, and that was just one of his blocks of energy. Like, that sucked. And it's been happening to multiple people already. So please do, if it happens to you, make an error report about that, because a bug report, oh my god, they honestly need to address it for the third one, because I love the concept of this, but this is super frustrating at the same time. So, all right, folks, take care of yourselves, and yeah, please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or you have something that I missed. Thanks.